Terry, I wanted to just create a video for you about this exchange rate project. I'm not sure that you're understanding any of my messages or emails that I've been sending you, so I'm going to try this to see if this helps. In the future, if you have trouble with something, make sure to set up time to come in and see me or any other instructors that you might have so that it doesn't go this long in this situation. So I looked in 8 and your week 1 disappears. I don't know where your week 1 is. I must have maybe just cut it off. So let me look at week 1 first. Nothing there. Week 2. Okay. So the assignment was to do $2 million. Your original investment was $50,000 in each area, so that's $150,000. So the first thing that's wrong is that you didn't invest enough from the beginning. Okay, so that's the first issue here. So when you're looking at this, it should be 500,000, 500,000, 500,000, 500,000. There should be 4 currencies, not 3. So if you read the directions, it's 4 currencies with $2 million. You did 150,000 with 3 currencies. So that was the first mistake. I'm not sure how else to explain that, but 4 currencies, $2 million, 500,000 a piece. Okay. So then when you do this, you have, let's say you did 50,000. So we'll just go with 50,000 because if that was right, at least we'd be close here. So we did 50,000 in each one. So now what you would do then for week 1 is you take this 50,000 and you had it going to Canadian dollars. So this would be US to Canadian. And your exchange rate then is $66,254. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to, I have to log into this each time, or maybe do a screen print. Here, okay. So $66,265 is correct. That was your initial investment. So that looks right. Okay, so that number is fine. The problem is, and these actually all look good here. So this looks right, because that kind of matches your 50,000, but you either have a decimal point wrong here or something is wrong with Hong Kong, because this should look like 50,000 as well. It does here, but now Canadian looks like 114,000. So each week, I think that you're converting it incorrectly in some cases. So when I look at this, let me just show you one more time. This one here, the 65,265.12, you now changed it to Canadian dollars with a 17-cent conversion rate instead of a 76-cent. So what happened is, what you did when you converted it back, so this is your total, right? Instead of putting, you put it here, but instead of putting Canada here to US dollars, you left it US dollars to Canada. And then what happens is it gives you a really high number. So you have to make sure that you're always converting the right currency. This should be Canada after week 1 to US dollars every week. And you did it for some, but not for all of them. So that's one of the issues, because if you come back, then it should look like your initial investment of 50,000. So if I look through here, this one I think might just be missing a comma and a decimal point, because I think you're probably pretty close there. But then here, I don't know if again it's the comma's in the wrong spot, or you added an extra number or something, but it didn't quite work out right here. But your conversion rate looks right. So I think there maybe is a decimal point in the wrong spot. And then here, you can see that this one is wrong, and then that looks to be about it. So I think it was back in these weeks where it was wrong. So when you're converting it, just make sure that you convert it correctly from Canada to US dollars. And it looks like you fixed pretty much the rest of it. But the biggest issue is that it was supposed to be $2 million, and your initial investment was $150,000. It was also supposed to be across 4 currencies, and you did it across 3. So you're not going to notice quite as big of a fluctuation because you don't have as much money invested. So it might be a little bit harder to do the analysis. But if you stay on with this number, that's fine. But I just want you to understand what the scope of the assignment was and what you should be seeing. And then where you notice that there's an issue is in numbers like this. It looks like in this case, though, your Hong Kong conversion was correct. I just think you have a misplaced decimal someplace here and here. And then this week as well. These rest of these last 3 weeks, though, look good. Okay, so I hope that helps. Let me know if I can be of any other assistance.